Looks like Germany is focusing heavily again with some assistance by puppets on trying to push into the Netherlands. I'm just glad the Netherlands are holding out. The longer they hold out on Germany, the better for both of us, I suppose, because Germany's growing so fucking strong. The UK is being fucking worthless, just shipping units out to their deaths repeatedly against Italy. Italy is claiming a lot of Yugoslavia, and I think the most impressive thing is that Yugoslavia is still alive. It's border gore galore, but it's still alive. Didn't Germany ally? Oh, where Germany doesn't have their alliances with Hungary and Romania anymore. I wonder if that's some sort of script that did that, and I wonder if that's supposed to happen. Either way, the Axis shrank a little bit, I guess? Well, in terms of living countries, I'd just like to inform you that Germany is currently boasting the highest amount of military casualties and losses by the looks of it. To date, they are easily going to be the first country to hit 1 million population dead by conflict.
Jesus.
I'm sitting at 142,500. They're sitting at 818,000, and you're sitting at 218,000. France is dead, but their losses are the 3rd highest in the world when you include them.
Unprovoked attack leads to war between Italy and Romania.
Oh my god. Great. Why not?
So now Italy's at war with Romania.
The whole Balkans is falling apart. History is down the fucking tubes. Croatia is gonna die next at some point, you know what I mean? Germany and Italy are just not content. They want to split up all of Europe between them and then eliminate the other. The UK is just being fucking useless too. They just keep shipping units out to fight Italy and getting slaughtered by their navy, not even landing to do anything productive. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of treaties with Iraq to expand my little network of what I can see and do since their new government likes me.
So I wish I could just buy some industrial goods, like anything.
Oh yeah, I mean you can if you like.
Nobody has any.
If you max out the price you're willing to buy it for, then you technically can get some. It will pour in little bit, but it's only going to be a little bit, and you're going to be paying out the ass for it. Oh, if you haven't noticed, by the way, oil is rapidly becoming an opportunity good.
Yeah, sadly, I'm not in a surplus anymore.
Yeah, as populations and militaries are growing, the demand is rising insanely around the entire world. So, eventually, I don't know if anyone will be in a surplus unless there's massive production, but the AI is not going to start massively increasing their supplies until the shortages start hitting them. And right now, even though the demand is increasing rapidly, there isn't a shortage. It's on its way to being a shortage, but it's not a shortage. But who has the industry goods to do anything about it?
Nope, nobody.
And when you make industry goods, you're using more oil. We are setting ourselves up for an insane economic crisis. And now Italy's at war with Hungary. Given that my GDP per capita is so much higher than Shibi's, I think it's important that I catch up to him in population, and I think it's important that I do it soon. I have a stockpile of military goods. I'm going to take my Rangers, I think, and I'm going to go conquer the Congo. I should have more than enough military goods to do it. It's a very small country. It's not militarized. It shouldn't have much of any troops at all. Maybe just some garrisons. And my Rangers should definitely be able to deal with it. And at least this will be me staying on the offensive, staying aggressive. I don't know. Just hopefully it works out. I will gain access to the rest of the rubber that I'll ever fucking need. I'll get access to population that will bring me more up to his realm. And if he does well against the Soviet Union or annexes China, I mean, there's no way I can keep up to him in population. But I want to make sure that I maintain an equilibrium as long as I can, because since my GDP per capita is so much higher, I can do so much more with population than he can. They have another research center. They have one, so it's finished, so I'll get that from them. That'll be nice. Germany and Croatia formed an alliance. At least the Greeks seem to be holding off the Bulgarians for right now.
I just wish freaking Germany would finish off Netherlands at least. Like, for the love of God, just end it. That's just like triggering my OCD. Like, oh God, just get it over with already.
Oh, nope, new war. USSR, it's begun.
Oh, there you go.
It's begun. The fucking chaos has begun. Eastern Europe in flames. Now, here's what I'm curious about. Oh god, what now?
War declared.
Germany declared war on Hungary. And Romania declared war on the USSR. This is insane. Oh, what now? Hungary on USSR. This is retarded. The USSR at least has maintained, you know, their large amount of troops. They haven't been too distracted. Finland declared war on the USSR. Yeah, I saw that coming. So I think the USSR might actually do okay here, at least theoretically. But that should be the last historical war declaration we see. I think is this.
Unless Germany declares war on you.
Yeah, that is historical. I'd be surprised, but that would be historical. Yeah, that would be a mistake, but that would be historical. Yeah. My industry goods are doing much better. Let's get some more military goods pumping out. Holy crap. Italy on the USSR. Wonderful. Here, let's get Bozeman completely filled up with military goods. Industry goods is doing fine. We're still making 2 more factories. Our total production is doing alright. Let's find another town with which to start on military goods. Right next to Salt Lake City looks pretty empty. So that's looking good. Let's go ahead and plop them down over here at Layton. And I'm just going to plop down a whole fucking array of the things because I think we have an okay stockpile to be able to go over like this. It's gonna last a month, apparently, that stockpile. But we're going to finish some things before then anyway, so I don't think it's that much of a problem. I think we actually we're just finishing these industrial goods as well anyway. I think it'll work out. My treaty integrity is only 66.5%. I might be declaring these wars a little too rapidly. Is at 65.7. If I declare this war now, it's going to bring me down into the 50s, meaning I won't really have the leeway to declare any more wars anytime soon. He doesn't know that. Have my stockpile. This shouldn't end up being so bad. It's risky, but I can dramatically reduce my military production consumption if need be during this. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the war. Alright, so they do have some troops running into some mounted infantry already.
War on Congo. Okay.
Yes, I have declared war on the Congo. Yeah, even with this war declared, probably just with the deployment of my units, we are using a good amount. This is a good test of what a smaller scale war will do to my production. Oh, look, and it kind of popped back down. That's actually really nice. The industrial goods that I'm burning right now are definitely burning. I'll say that much. 2 of the military goods things finished, though, so this should slow down a little bit anyway. And we are about to stomp the capital of the Congo. There it goes. There's the capital of the Congo. Now we just have to start moving inland because they will no doubt change their capital. And we just need to keep stomping on all of their cities until they eventually, finally, give the fuck up. It's going to consume more goods as well, but I also do need a barracks. So I'm going to produce one at the edge here, where I will also end up putting a port of my own. But that barracks will be necessary if I want to heal my rangers while they're over here. I can get rid of some things I don't want or need as well. Here. Oh, this is a wide river. Oh, so you can actually use pretty much all of this as like a naval facility. That's interesting. I'm gonna get rid of some of this other crap like this sea pier and this sea pier and a lot of things here that are just unnecessary. That will not help us in the long run. Slowly but surely stomping out their cities. It's gonna be a long trek down to Elizabethville though. Taking everything I can for supply, but since they're rangers, they don't need a whole lot. The garrisons are providing an okay amount of resistance, however. It is hurting my rangers, but even then, in the long run, we shouldn't actually lose a whole lot here. I have one more ranger having arrived, and there should be another one on the way from somewhere. If he is, he's pretty far away, I'll tell you that much. He might already be here, though. I'm gonna draw, like, a direct fucking line down to Elizabethville and just push my way through the country. I'm actually going to not put the barracks over here where I was putting it. I'm gonna leave this military complex here for such a reason, though. But I'm going to move the actual barracks more upstream while still leaving it in roughly the same area. I think I'll put the barracks on a village, actually. I think I'll put it on the capital for right now, the capital of Congo here. That definitely seems fitting. I'll get rid of this micro consumer goods to gain whatever industrial goods I can, because I've hit a shortage. What a surprise. I'll scrap anything I need to. Oh, the Congo gave up. Nice, I didn't even have to go as far as I thought I would.
Congratulations, you have Congo. What are you planning to do with it?
I took it for self-sustainability. They didn't have any barracks in this whole country. We don't need that industrial goods there. I have to find ways to get more industrial goods to push out the rest of these military goods. But hey, our military goods held up during that. Oh wow, actually a lot of these factories look like they just finished. That should probably solve our problem for us.
Russian troops are already pushing into Germany.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked up here. Looks like the Russians have indeed pushed out of their puppet holdings of Lithuania. They've also pushed a bit into Romania. How's their KDR doing? USSR. It's still positive, but it's gone up in kills and deaths. But their troops are definitely unlocked. That's for sure. That's the most important thing. They seem to be deploying a little bit more, but they're still not focusing on the Japanese front. So I can only hope that they actually do really, really well here. They have the money to. Theoretically, they should have the capability to do really, really well here. They're still pumping out industrial... Oh my god, so many industrial and military goods. It's actually insane. Congo will need some railroads to connect the north to the south here, because it's only connected on the eastern side and it's by road. And we know roads are not the most effective thing in jungle. This is why this part isn't connected, because of all the fucking jungle. What's here for now will work. I don't need to add more. My population is up now too, to 209 million. I've surpassed him. With my GDP per capita, that will help me in the long run, with how much space and resources I have as well. I do need to solve the current lack of industry goods. I did take a risk by building as much as I was building, so we are going to need to figure that out. A lot of them are nearing completion anyway, though, so it's only a matter of time before they do complete, so that's fine. And now I have one more research center thanks to taking over the Congo.
Ceasefire between Germany and Greece.
The Soviet advance doesn't seem to be the largest. I can look around and see that they have a good bit of units, but not seeing a large motorized or mechanized force by any means. Cameroon and Mayotte made an alliance. Old French colonies are making alliances now. Ceasefire between Ecuador and Peru?
I didn't even know they were at war.
When the fuck did that happen? Croatia's not at war with anybody, yet they've lost almost all their territory, which I don't understand. Looks like the Eastern Front is going to be a slog without a definitive winner as well at this rate.
Well, maybe we might finally see the Netherlands fall. Germany's making a huge push.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy shit, that's a gigantic push. It's mostly made up of, like, arty, but yeah, dude, they actually took a couple things here. They took Rotterdam, they took a bunch of little towns, knocked out a bunch of their, defenses. If they have the bullets already stored up and the offensive units to maintain this, they could take a lot of it, but it doesn't look like they have that much. I have access to some new AT I can get. I think I'm gonna go for... Ooh, it's tough to say. I could stick with the towed guns to keep things simple for right now and cheap, or I could go for the clearly better M10. I think for now I will stay simple and cheap and go for the towed one for the time being, but that M10 is looking really, really nice. The Hellcat, not as much. I'm probably going to ignore the Hellcat, but that M10 looks nice, so I'll keep it there for now. My industry goods are finally under control again, but... yeah, I still have more military goods under control. I'm going to take this time to pump out more industry goods somewhere. Let's say right down
They
here
already ran out of their ammo.
in Albuquerque. Because we need more industrial goods production, that's for sure. And our military production has expanded an okay amount. It's still nowhere near where it needs to be. And we're going to be focusing on this for a while. We ran out of ammo, Germany.
Looks like it.
I mean, they were out of ammo, but those units, like, had some already, like, stockpiled. They've taken the city of Lenin. The poor engineer that stepped over there to capture it is dead. They definitely made a good chunk of progress there, though. That was impressive. And the Soviets aren't making a whole lot of progress.
How do you find out, like, how much Germany's actually building-wise, like, in, like, for their industry goods and everything like that?
Well, you click on a country, and then you go to the land tab. Third button down is facilities and complexes. And then you can sort by anything that can be produced in the entire game, basically, and see what someone's making. I regularly check what you're making. Like, I can see right now that you are making 2 industrial goods factories, and I can see exactly where they are. I'm gonna tell these rangers to go repair now that the barracks in Leopoldville is set up. The little strip that Italy took out of Somaliland, the UK now owns. And they took it over. I don't even know how, actually. I have no idea how they took it over. But they did. My treaty integrity is actually only down to 61.4%. My declaration of war didn't do as much negative to me as I thought it would do. My industrial goods are doing much better now that all these military goods facilities have finished. We still need way more, however, of both. As you see right now, we have a good gap between production and actual use of industrial goods, and that's while making 5. That's while also not making as many consumer goods as I can, which, by the way, is starting to lower my money. So I'm actually going to turn on some more of those. Not all of them, but some more, so I can make more of a, more progress. Looks like Hungary and Yugoslavia has signed a ceasefire as well now. While Hungary's shape looks really, really weird, especially now that Germany's fighting them as well. The whole axis has turned in on itself.
Well, look at that. Poland got a little piece of land back.
Yeah, that's because of partisans. Let's set up 3 more industrial goods there and keep plopping down military goods factories, because, boy, you know we're gonna need them. Let's plop some down right here in Peoria outside of Phoenix. Just a whole fucking hex of them. Let's also take a peek at the consumption and production of it. I am the world's top producer of military goods. He is the second, but he produces less than half of what I produce. Holy shit. Where's the United Kingdom on this? They're producing none. Oh, they don't have the industrial goods to produce any. That's why. Okay. But that I can sustain this means that I am way ahead of everybody in what I can do here. I don't know why Australia is consuming so much. Let's try industrial goods then. You get a better idea. Oh, I'm consuming too much again. Uh-oh. I am producing the most. He is producing not even a fraction of what I'm producing. Well, a fraction, but certainly. There must be other goods shortages stopping countries from making as much, because the UK should also be pretty high up here as well. The fact that they're not means there are more shortages in the world than I understand. Let me look at their information to see. They're out of consumer goods because they don't have the industrial goods to make anything. That's why that is so in demand and why it makes so much money and costs so much money. Electricity, fine. Metal ore's fine by the looks of it. Yeah, coal's fine. It's oil. It's oil. They...
Russia wants to actually peace out with me. I can get a peace treaty right now. Should I, or...
Do you want it? If you peace out now, you get to keep everything that you took, and if they do well in Europe, they can't take it back. You would just have to declare war on them again later if you wanted to take more. But...
Oh, I know. I'm saying I'm the one that can initiate the peace treaty. Like, they would take it if I wanted.
Yeah, because your war has fizzled out, and the AI takes that into account. So, yeah, I mean, you can go for it if you want a peace treaty. You're the only... You haven't lost anything. You've only made, like, territorial gains here. But... It's, you know, do you want to?
Nope.
Oh, really?
I want more.
Well, I'm glad he's staying at war right now, because at least it's going to be putting a strain on his economy and his resources to be maintaining the military that he's maintaining. I'm content with this result.
grab as much as their land as I possibly can.
Well, it looks like they're not gonna fold on the Eastern Front. And Germany signed a ceasefire with Bulgaria. They're not taking anything on the Eastern Front, but they're not folding on it either. They don't have the ammo to really push. They kind of seem like they're just getting slaughtered on the front because they're out of supplies. But simultaneously, Germany can't claim to be doing any better. So it's just a meat grinder where nobody's winning. Looks like their KDR has finally gone negative. Germany looks like they're trying to push again. Not very successfully in the Netherlands. They don't have the offensive units. They're hitting a brick wall trying to deal with the garrisons of the Netherlands, but they are constantly shooting bullets to try to accomplish something here. Hell, the military base of Rotterdam is basically almost fallen. It's on its last garrison. That's really their second to last military base they have left. We don't need all of these consumer goods factories that aren't on loyal territory over here in the Congo. There's barely any of them. So I'm actually going to just completely deconstruct them in order to get some of their industrial goods back. Oh, and I got agriculture from them that I do not need and will never use. What the hell is this yuckiness? Get rid of that. Oh, this is in Canada. That's hilarious. Did we get any timber? No, no timber to get rid of. Any rubber synths? Nope. We did get some industry micros. I'm going to get rid of those. I already got rid of the cons micros. All of a sudden, I have 7 uranium mines, I just realized, because of how I took over all the uranium mines from the Congo, because they had uranium mines. We're still making a small amount. It's hardly even productive to run these things. I don't necessarily want to deconstruct them, but I can say without a doubt they're not doing me any good at the moment, and I have more than enough loyal uranium. I think I'll leave them going because I'm not actually having an indefinite money problem that I have to worry about or anything. My usage of oil is skyrocketing and I'm about to not be making enough. And there's not enough on the market because one thing he has not figured out yet, I don't think, that I have figured out is that the world is out of oil. There are some exporting countries, yes, but the biggest, best, most important countries like the United Kingdom are not making enough, and they're buying so much that you can see the market is actually dry. Whether I want to or not, I'm going to have to start pumping out more oil, one way or another. Easiest way to do that would be oil gas fields, which cost $126.5 million just to make, plus an equivalent amount of industrial goods as making an industrial goods factory. But it's going to have to happen soon, because you can see how dramatically the consumption is skyrocketing. But it's really all because of my civilians. And my civilian population has grown so much, not just from taking over the Congo, but it's growing so much on its own. And I need that. I need to keep that up in order to be able to be someone that he just simply cannot take. That's the goal, right? If we can't win, we have to make sure that he can't take us. Maybe we will win. Oil is something we're going to have to work on next for sure. We are one of the sellers of it in the world. In fact, if he's getting any, a good chunk of it's coming from us, and it is a good part of our profits, just like consumer goods is. The world's economy is dying from all the war and population growth happening. It's insane. Germany is really close to hitting that 1 million casualties mark. The USSR has now passed China in terms of total casualties as well. Looks like the Latvians actually had some troops. Does Latvia have military production? No. This must have been just stuff they started the game with. Well, that's funny. Even Latvia is trying to make industrial goods. Everyone sees the problem and is trying to fix it, but I don't think anyone sees this problem. Let's check oil production in nations. USSR is not trying to fix it. Germany's not trying to fix it. UK's not directly trying to fix it anyway. Is he trying to fix it? Nothing in his territory. Nothing in China's. No, I don't think anyone in the world except me sees this coming. Italy and Yugoslavia have reached a ceasefire agreement. Yugoslavia is now only at war with one country, and that's Germany. Yugoslavia might actually survive this war somehow. I have to also pick a new artillery unit to replace my current towed artillery unit with. This howitser's not that great. This howitser's certainly not going to be that great. This field gun, no bueno. This mortar carrier, no bueno. Howitzer mortar carrier, not gonna work. This howitzer, nope. This priest, nope. So that leaves the M1 240 and this motor carriage. I'm gonna go with the 240 because it's towed. I'm gonna stick with my anti-tank and artillery being towed, but I'm gonna leave the other options there because towed is not bad here. Towed is actually nice because it won't consume oil and additional military goods, and we could use that. But we also have, oh boy, new tactical bombers to pick. Yeah, looking through these, I think it's pretty much a clear winner. It's not the best all around, but it has great offensive values. Its defense is still good, and that would be the P-38G Lightning. Just seems to be my best option here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the P-38G Lightning. The rest of these can go away. We have new strategic bomber options as well, and the B-29 Super Fortress has shown itself with its incredible range. The Dominator has similar range, similar defense, far less money though, similar offensive values. What sets these two planes apart that makes the Super Fortress worth so much more money? It seems like it just has a little bit of extra range. It's not really better in much other ways. It can have more missile capacity, so better for launching things. Well, the Dominator's so cheap, I'm gonna go with that. I'm going to get rid of pretty much all of these other things here. I'm going to hold on to the Marauder and the Super Fortress just in case. I'm going to get rid of this B-17F. We don't need that. There's so many more patrol planes we can look through, though I don't know if any of them will be any better. Well, we have our first transport or patrol helicopter. It's not actually good at doing anything, so I'm not actually going to research it. It doesn't have any ASW capabilities, but at this point it's hard to say no to the Privateer as a patrol plane, so I'm actually going to go ahead and get the Privateer. We can get rid of the Catalina Amphibian, we're not going to use that. The Invader, we're not going to use that. The Mitchell, we're probably not going to use either. The Mariner has ECM equipped, but I don't think it'll be that important. I'll hold on to it for right now, just in case. We did end up getting the Skymaster, which is just definitively better than the Super Electra, so we'll cut out the Super Electra. But we do have some potential to replace these things as well. My research slots have a lot of room, by the way, so I should just get some research started of literally any kind just to get it going. Because we have the space. What the hell now?
New Zealand and
Australia and New Zealand went for Romania and Hungary.
Hungary.
Okay. Must be historical or something, because it popped at the same time. Well, we know we're not going to need the Commando anymore. We can get rid of that. I think I'm going to go with the C-82 Packet, because it has high reaction time, it has pretty good range, not the best range, but it has the highest cargo capacity as well, and decent all-around stats otherwise. It's between that and the C-69 Constellation, honestly, for all that extra range. Well, the Constellation is so much cheaper that less reaction time, a little less cargo capacity, and a little less defense is acceptable. I'm definitely getting rid of the Skymaster, definitely getting rid of the Coronado, but we'll keep the Packet there just in case. Well, the Axis declared war on me.
Have fun with that.
Honestly, this will probably fizzle out. There's Germany doing it too. This will probably just fizzle out though. Germany and Bulgaria's ceasefire fell apart. Wonderful. Oh, there's more. Croatia. I'm now at war with 5 countries, none of which can reach me or pose a threat to me of any kind. I'm gonna set pretty much all this stuff as, hey, don't go here. Because I don't want to take part in this, I just want to let this fizzle out. Germany's domestic approval rating's down to 8.3%. That's hilarious. Wow, getting declared war on made a lot of countries in the world like me. I'm really confused by the world right now. I also got a fuck ton of treaty integrity by having all the worst countries in the world attack me.